In this video, I want to create a little adventurer who discovers something astonishing. We're going through the process of polymer clay sculpting and build a diorama. For the sculpture of this little guy, I'm working with polymer clay and the tools I got myself for sculpting. Let me just quickly get my silicone mat. Now we can start. We're going to be kneading this until it gets more workable. And then we form a ball. This ball then gets turned into a roll, but with the end slightly coned. At this point you can guess the shape I'm aiming for. I mean, it's obvious. Now I'm gonna get my silicone tool to add some lines to the carrot's body. Now that I'm at the end, I want my carrot to have some sections, just like the real ones do. As you can see here, carrots always have sections. With this ball tool, I'm giving him some eye sockets for his eyeballs to go into. Now he needs a mouth to give him a startled look for the thing he finds on his adventure soon. And because he needs to stand and hold things, like every carrot does, he now gets some arms and legs as well. For this, I'm rolling out these smaller carrots and press them on his body. Equipped again with the ball tool, I merge these parts together. With both butt cheeks added, they can be shaped properly. I am now attaching some arms to him, similar to how I added his legs. The boots consist of a ball and a cylinder, which are going to get merged together. For his backpack, I formed a little box of aluminum foil that gets covered with a sheet of khaki green clay. Details like the lid and 2 straps, as well as 2 side pockets have also been added. Glad I found this pocket necklace. This band can be used as a backpack's shoulder straps. So my little gentleman, please try on your backpack. Oh, that's a nice fit. And please, would you put on your boots? Oh, I almost forgot about his haircut. I glued on some artificial plants that look very similar to the greens of a carrot. Finally, I applied a rust wash to the surface, which worked quite well with the orange of the carrot. Same goes for the backpack. A little map in his hand and another in his pocket were all it needed. Now that he's dressed up and fully painted, Let's see where he's at. I quickly modeled my idea in Blender and then knew what I wanted to do. I began to cut out a piece of XPS foam, followed by some smaller ones. Then I glued them all together using wood glue and some toothpicks. This holds everything in place. This is the little sloppy sketch I made. To get a nice stone mold just like in my sketch, I'm going to use my foam cutter. Ah, beautiful. Now I need to carve out the rest of the pond. For this, I'm using some sculpting tools. Let us keep this for later. To get a nice stony texture, we are going to take a real stone to smash that smash that XPS foam. I also needed a rock, so I carved one from the XPS foam I used before. With the rock in place, it is time for some color, or at least a base coat. That's where we are. But how did you do that, you might ask? Let me show you. I came across some very nice stones while digging out the pond. Good thing is that these can be stones, although it looks like popcorn for now. I swear, I ate the right ones. We're going to mix that quite well and then slap it on there. I'm looking for an even distribution of those smaller stones. I also made some crystals in Blender to print out with a transparent resin for some nice lights to shine through. These are going to get colored by some UV resin mixed with mica powders and inks. Then I apply some ground texture to their base and add the lights to the cake. Now all that's left is the color. I'm painting with a wash of a lighter brown and then dabbing on some other brown tones in various places. With the crystals in place and nicely blended with the ground, I'm adding some dry brush. Now I make some nice mushrooms from polymer clay. These stems are going to get their heads glued on. For painting, I'm keeping it natural because there will be more color in this diorama soon enough. Next up, we need to make some lily pads. This is how I made them. Then I added some details to every one of them, and at this time I had made 45. Which will not only be used in this build, otherwise there would be more lily pads than there is pond. I wanted to incorporate some water lilies into my pond, so I quickly modeled them again and printed them out. I've already let some light through the pond for the lilies to enlight the water. Now for the most important step, plants. In order to fully awaken the life of the cave, plants were needed ASAP. I placed them wherever I thought they would fit. Fred likes it. He said that this looks like lush caves he knows from Minecraft. Oh boy, do I love them. And by the way, I was thinking about making a Minecraft diorama someday, but I don't know if you would even like to see it, would you? Also, Fred and I are thrilled about Monster Bash 5, which starts today, on September 1st. So you better keep an eye out for my upcoming videos. Speaking of ice, my next video may contain a good amount of ice, just to warn you. With that being said, thanks for watching, hope you have a nice day, and I will welcome you again soon. But until then, stay creative. Enough talking for today, please enjoy the result.